When I was just starting out, I remember I would fight to take on whatever clients I possibly could. And one of them was pretty broke. So he tried to discount me and he basically said, hey, I can make $250 work. Now, I was desperate to make any income on the side and to get experience. So I said, let's do it, $250. Long story short, that customer ended up costing me so much time. I spent time calling him. He would call me. He would constantly be on my case and want to speak, want to understand what was going on with the campaign. And the problem with $250 is that it's not much to run ads. So the results were also pretty abysmal. And because he was so desperate for money, he completely went off the rails when he wasn't able to close any clients, any leads. And if we fast forward to today, I have one client who in the past 30 days has bought $8,640 worth of my service in the past 30 days, and that is only one client. So what I want to be sharing with you in this video is how do we go from working with these bottom of the barrel clients to working with enterprise, corporate, or larger businesses that are doing $5 million a year, $10 million a year, so that we can charge premium, work with people who know what they're doing, work with people that we can get results for, and then use their company name as a strong testimonial for our own service. So I'm going to share with you a few things that you can try to accomplish this in 2026 and beyond. Because even Alex Hormozi speaks about this. He says, I remember watching him in a video where he was talking about the problem with small businesses is that when they come to you for your service, whether your service is sales, marketing, lead generation, advertising, building a website, the problem is that they have survival money. So that money is way more important to them than it is for a larger business, okay? And the second issue that Alex says is that these businesses are in that position because they usually have many things going wrong. So if a business is only doing, let's say, $5,000 a month, you're working with a small accounting firm and they're only doing $5,000 a month, that business probably has a lot of problems in it that you can't see at a surface level. Maybe the owner of the business has debt, or he doesn't know how to get leads. He doesn't know how to do sales. He doesn't know how to create an offer. He doesn't know how to price his service. He doesn't know how to keep clients. He doesn't know how to get testimonials from clients. He doesn't know how to hire any good employees, or he can't afford to hire any good employees. So he's strapped for time. So what I'm sharing with you is it is significantly more profitable to do a free service for a big business than a paid service for a small business. Now, this might be blowing your mind. You might be sitting there thinking, Ben, that doesn't make any sense. You want me to do free work for a big client, and you're saying that will get me further than doing paid work for a small client? And I am telling you, yes, it will. If we go back to my example, client one paid me $250 upfront. I did the work, and at the end of it, they were even asking for a refund because they didn't know how to sell. They didn't know how to market. They didn't have time. They weren't even full-time on their business. There was so much messiness in the background of their business. Whereas client number 2 that has paid me over $8,600 in the past 30 days, I started with doing free work for them. So I really want you to consider this and ask yourself, what are some free tests or free resources or free softwares, or even if it isn't free, what if you spent some of your own money running ads for a big client? And if you're thinking, Ben, I don't have much ad spend to risk, then do cold email with them. It's very cheap. Do cold calling for them. It's very cheap. It just costs you time. So that's the first thing that I need you to take away from this video, is that if you want these large clients who are going to pay you a lot, you need to be leading with free value. And it can't just be some lead magnet. It can't just be some ebook. It can't just be some free course on YouTube that you made. It has to be results. It has to be calls booked. It has to be a lead list. It has to be revenue. It has to be a referral. It has to be a fully functioning website or software. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is give yourself a face. And I'm not saying that you need to have followers. I'm not saying that you need to have hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of followers. But if someone searches you up on LinkedIn and there is no profile, no face, no description of who you are, what you do, your trust is just flying to the ground. So when people search your name, they need to either see a website or a LinkedIn or a Twitter or a YouTube or an Instagram. You need to be online. It is far more powerful than a CV if you are a business owner or if you're trying to start a business. Okay? If you're trying to start a business or if you are a business owner, instead of giving a CV to an employee or an employer, what you're trying to do is have a presence online that functions as a portfolio, so that when people search you up, they know who you are, what you do, and how you might be able to help them. Okay? Now, last night, I was busy speaking to my brother, who is one of the head operators behind one of the largest crypto brands on the planet. And he was speaking to me about how much these big crypto traders, these whales, value their time. So when you're pitching them, you can't show them 20 slides. You can't give them a whole monologue. You can't give them a 30-minute video to watch. When you pitch them, you need to just show them the result. So currently, my brother and some of his team are busy pitching a big client. And he was saying, this big client has got a very large organic audience, and we want to run retargeting ads to an event and add over 6 figures in dollars to this whale client for free. We want to simply go up to this whale client and show them on our phone how many signups we got and how much revenue that made for them. Now think about that, right? Think about the 2 different ways that you can pitch. You can pitch by showing someone a burger on a menu, and you can say what the burger is made from. You can say how you make the burger. You can say how what farm the cow comes from. You can say all these crazy things on your menu and show that to someone and tell them, hey, read this, read this, read this. Or you can put the burger in front of them and let their senses do the rest. Let them smell it, let them taste it, let them see it, let them hear the sizzle of the patty, let them touch it and pick it up and bite into it. And when you're pitching these bigger companies, I need you to think of, instead of presenting this whole menu, instead of presenting this whole presentation and this whole oral monologue, put the burger in front of them, and when they bite, you have caught a massive fish. And now you just reel, and you say, hey, I can make you more of those burgers. Are you interested? Now, in my case with running ads, we don't go ahead and say, hey, we're going to build you a website. Hey, we're going to build you ads. Oh, we're going to make you 20 videos, 20 pictures. We're going to build this funnel. We're going to build a VSL. We're going to run this amount of ad spend. That's not what we do. We say, we are going to get you 1,000 leads, or we are going to get you 100 leads. So these are your 100 leads, and each lead is going to have name, email, phone number, and these 5 qualifying questions. So each application is qualified. And if we're feeling risky, if we want to take a risk, we might take, $2,000, $3,000 of our own money, maybe even upwards of $5,000, and run it on ads to get those leads. And then during the initial touch point with a large client, we will give them to them. And what often happens is they will give us cash, or they'll give us a percentage of revenue. And it's a really awesome way to negotiate, okay? And as I said, if you can't afford to spend thousands of dollars up front, do something that costs you time, like cold email, cold calling, cold Instagram messaging, cold Facebook messaging, cold Twitter messaging, whatever it is, right? You've got to get creative. Because if you don't get creative, you're going to be like me, and you're going to get stuck with that $250 client who wants to call you all the time and who wants a refund and who is not going to give you any sort of testimonial. Instead, you can have one client pay you $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 per month, and your only communication is you send them a WhatsApp message every single week. Because there's trust, because you both understand the game that you're playing. So you can skip past all the mess, all the stages of small business by building a fortress, which is your offer and your face, and jumping levels to the top. And then with that fortress, your arsenal, your weaponry is free value. So you've got an offer, you have a face that people can search up, and then the third thing is free value, whether that is running ads for them, building them a website, doing cold email for them, getting them calls booked, getting them a referral. Like, go out and create something for someone else. Go out and do that without them even asking, and they will be shocked. They will be like, wow, who is this person? And then they're going to search you up, and then they're going to be like, oh, this is what they do. Interesting. And then they're going to be thinking, okay, how can I partner with this person? Because my own employees are not going to work as hard as another business owner. So a partnership would make sense here. So I highly, highly encourage you to take everything that I've shared with you in this video, implement it, and go sign some big freaking clients. Right now, I've got 5 enterprise clients, and at the end of Jan, we are going to be approaching another big client that has done hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue in the US. And we're going to be approaching them with 100 all the way up to like 300, 500 leads for free. And that's going to cost us thousands of dollars. But we know that signing that client will lead to tens of thousands of dollars. So take risks, okay? This is not like being an employee. You're running a business here. You need to take risks. And these risks need to be calculated. And through taking these calculated risks, you can change your life. Thank you so much for watching. It's really been great speaking with you. And I'm going to get back to it and maybe go make some lunch. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.